I haven't seen any reviews for this Godzilla movie. Perhaps it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, I've I've heard
Just
one.
surprised it's still in theaters.
Yeah, I mean that
It's
in
been
and
like
of itself.
4 months. I don't know. It's been a long time.
It came out in March, so
Did it?
yeah.
Oh,
I have no idea the veracity of this statement, but I've been told that King Kong uses another giant ape as a weapon.
I I
I
thought they were all dead
I have no
except for
reason to
King
believe this
Kong.
is true.
I know he's got an Infinity Gauntlet. That's right on the poster. It's impossible to miss.
I, what do you think the over/under is on people in this movie? What
Let's hope.
percentage of the film do you think is going to be trying to further a human subplot?
No, 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 no. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna trick you into thinking it's the same boring human subplot at the beginning
Uh-huh.
of the movie, and then they're just gonna get eaten by Godzilla. 15 minutes in,
Yeah.
just
And
boom,
we have
and then the rest of the
proven
movie is Godzilla and King Kong punching monsters.
we've proven with Godzilla minus one that it is possible to create a compelling human narrative in a Godzilla movie.
It is possible,
So why don't they?
but not for these people.
Why
I don't know why.
why has the plot of like the last three Universal Godzilla movies been like we we need King Kong to guide us into the Earth's mantle so we can use the hollow Earth energy to power our gyrocopters.
Now, see that was funny because of how stupid it was. At least it was that. It was nonsensical stupid,
Yeah,
which is
except
where
they had a
Godzilla
whole other
movies end up.
subplot that had like 5 minutes in the movie of a guy building Mecha Godzilla.
There was that too.
Like that's the whole movie.
You'd think it would be, but these people they don't get it because somebody working on that movie they must have seen Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, and they saw how stupid it was. They saw the 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 first scene of the movie is on a radioactive island with a giant pterodactyl, and they steal an egg. It's all very matter of fact. Oh, we're on the radioactive island. There's a big pterodactyl. We gotta take the egg. It's just
If it
it's
was
normal. It's
Rodan,
stupid
you
that.
understand.
Well, yes,
He has a name.
and then of course you're introduced to one of our I wouldn't even call him a main character. One of our characters, Guy. I don't know his name.
I don't know that
who
he had
who
one.
is a
I just
pterodactyl enthusiast,
Yes, I just know that he was a dinosaur enthusiast.
and so he is recruited by the Esper branch of the Japanese Self-Defense Force.
Yes, to study the Godzillasaurus.
Yes, because they've taken an egg from an island that had a big pterodactyl on it. Obviously, this is a pterodactyl egg, but then it hatches, and it is not a pterodactyl at all. It is a baby Godzilla. So he's
Yes, a baby
useless.
Godzillasaur.
So he's completely useless now. But these other people in the ESP branch of the Japanese Self-Defense Force, they can telepathically communicate with baby Godzilla,
Yes.
and it's just normal,
You're forgetting the part where they
and
build
it's
like
stupid.
a single person helicopter that you like pedal.
I don't remember that.
I think that was the part of the movie where you fell asleep.
I did do that. Of course, I was waiting for the end where they fight
Yes.
in Mechagodzilla, and it's like in the Power Rangers
Yes, that
with
is
like in it.
generally a Godzilla film.
Yeah. So somebody on the production team of Godzilla versus Kong they had seen this movie, I'm sure of it, but it was blurry, and they'd seen it 30 years ago, and they didn't remember what made it work. That it's funny. It's not funny when you go to the center of the earth and people are taking it seriously. This like the most non-serious thing you can do in a movie.
Yes,
Okay, we've made
when you
some
have to go
secret
into the
vehicle.
Earth's crust through a hole in Antarctica to get the hollow Earth energy to power your gyrocopters. So that
But
you
to
can
even
get like
get
the
there,
wavelength of hollow Earth energy to power your Mecha Godzilla suit
yeah,
to fight Godzilla,
yeah,
who is
that
just minding his own business throughout this
not a
film.
single laugh was had in the writing room for that movie. I don't get it. Because it's so ridiculous. It's how do you go from Godzilla 2014, the start of this monster verse,
Yeah,
which is I haven't seen it, but as far
I've
as
seen
I
the
know,
part where they parachute onto Godzilla.
yeah, it's a somewhat more rather serious take-ish on Godzilla
Yeah, and see,
from
even
the Hollywood perspective.
Godzilla colon King of the Monsters was at least with like, some of it was a serious plot.
Some of it was, some of it was, it's eye rolling.
Yeah, I mean, there was the part where it's like, we're going to use Godzilla for eco-terrorism,
Yeah, like where do you think that's gonna get you?
flattened by
Where do
Godzilla in the end of the movie, as I
where do
recall.
you want that to happen? Godzilla will shoot you with his atomic breath if that's really what you want to happen.
Yes.
I mean, none of this stuff. One scene from Godzilla minus one is better than
Yes.
the most of all that. The scene in the city, I guess it's Tokyo, with the television reporters on the rooftop
That was in,
reporting what Godzilla is doing. That was just, he's coming right for us. Oh my
yeah,
goodness, viewers, do you see this? And then they just like get killed. That was great
yeah.
because
The,
it's
the,
funny.
the scene where they're on the, like, mine-sweeping boat just shooting at mines and Godzilla has not appeared in the film yet was
Yeah,
a better scene than
yeah.
most of these Godzilla movies.
That was there's some actual character moments with the characters. If you're gonna have characters,
And it was in Ginza,
th-
by the way,
there we go. Do something with them.
which is in Tokyo, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to have your characters be awful, stupid people who I just want to get killed, like in a horror movie.
Yes, you don't want him to be generic, like, Marine veteran who smolders with generic rage.
Yeah, and that's all they are, and not inspiring. No, I couldn't tell you a single one of their names.
I
Which is both
guarantee
good
one
and
of them is
bad.
Mark, because that's the most generic
Oh, sure,
white
Mark.
Marine veteran protagonist name you can get.
Now, is Mark the estranged father person who developed the monster sonar or something, and now they take pictures of wolves in their spare time?
Probably, let's see. His name, Dr. Mark Russell.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. They didn't really try with that one, did they?
No, they didn't. That's not great.
No.
But it's gonna be different this time.
Don't know that it is.
Those people will all be dead and killed. All the terrible, the hideous amounts of radiation they were exposed to in the last movie, it will have just killed them. The movie's gonna start at their
This is the
funeral.
movie where Godzilla turns pink, incidentally.
Yes. Which I
Not
thought was
one that
going
you
to
thought
happen
was going to be in Godzilla
in
minus
Godzilla
one.
minus one, where he goes to space. None of that happened, which is good.
Yeah, you're sitting there the entire time in like this tragic period piece
Yeah.
about like a failed
Immediate
kamikaze with
post-World War
survivor's
II.
guilt. Just
Yeah.
wondering, like, when does Godzilla turn pink and go to space?
Yeah, like where are they gonna get the rocket from? How
Which,
does?
to reiterate, in that picture, he is not in space.
Well, I hadn't
It's water.
stared at the image when I first saw it. All I saw was like pink Godzilla on some kind of dark background,
It's the
and I
ocean.
scrolled immediately by. I just assumed he'd gone to space because that's real. They're drawing on all the
Yes, I,
older
I
Godzilla
am
things
aware
to
of
make these
Space
movies.
Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. It doesn't look like that at all. But
No,
there's
they just
precedent.
made a guy up for this movie, to my knowledge.
A monster,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, the bad guy's like the Scar King, but with a K.
Skar.
Yeah, which I think is false. I think it's going to turn out to be like King Caesar or something.
From the Planet of the Apes.
No, from the
They're gonna have a crossover.
movie. He was in the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. He's a big like monkey
Godzilla
tiger.
versus Mechagodzilla 1.
Yes. Not to be
Haven't
confused with
seen that.
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2 or Godzilla against Mechagodzilla,
Right.
which are different movies.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you should really finish this.
I should.
The movie is in 12 hours.